Farmer Jack, the veggie hunter here, doing PSA, I believe, number 7 now. As you can tell, I'm not doing much veggie hunting out here in the pastures of Nashville, a little town called Mount Juliet, just east of Nashville, actually. Let's like picking a lot of weeds or something. But anyhow, we're coming to you here. Just wanted to say thank you very much for all the comments, all the likes, and more importantly, all the shares. Because these PSA videos are really important to me. Remember, it's our mission. If we can just help one of those crosses from not being built on the side of the road, it'll be a great accomplishment. And I'm going to go over some numbers with you here today that's just going to open up your eyes of what I see every day, like out on the roadways. Now, most people, like myself, think tomorrow is going to be just about the same as it is today. I think that's how we pretty much live, right? We're going to live to be 100, right? Well, since 1979, 1,655,000 motorists lost their lives since 1979. Now, I took an average on a 40-year period, which is still not 40 years, but I'm rounding up a little bit. That's over 40,000 motorists per year that have lost their lives. Now, imagine being at a concert or at a ball game with 40,000 people there, closing your eyes and opening them up and they're gone. That's per year. Now, another number to remember that I think is important is nearly 360,000 lives out on the roadways are affected by the injuries caused from these accidents. Now, that's a lot. I'm sure their lives have changed too. And some of those injuries have unfortunately ended up in deaths as well. So there's a lot of danger out on the roadways. I'm going to go over some more numbers with you. Speeding, people think maybe most of the traffic deaths occur in speeding. It's not necessarily true, because only about 25% of the deaths on the roadways is 55 miles an hour or over. Now, 52% of traffic deaths occur at under 55 miles per hour. So I thought that was pretty incredible to know. It's not just the speeding that occurs. You don't have to drive fast to have a fatality. Now, the least amount out of all the months out of the year, the month of January is the least amount of traffic deaths, and the highest month is the month of October. And most of these traffic deaths occur on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there's a particular time where majority of these traffic deaths occur, and that's between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. Now, if you look at it on a calendar year, 365 days, the one day that stands out with the most traffic deaths is the 4th of July, 4th of July. Now, all these statistics that I had stated right now, that it's not including traffic deaths that happen in driveways, parking lots, and private roads. So those numbers aren't factored in to these national averages and numbers. But to me, I really think traffic deaths constitutes a public health crisis. With those type of numbers compared to all the other numbers of deaths per year, to me, that's why I think it's important for these videos and to reach out to your friends and family to be careful out on the roadways to help prevent one of those wooden crosses from being built. That's our goal. Now, it's pretty amazing too. Since the establishment of seatbelt laws, statistically deaths have gone down tremendously for a range of about 6 years. But then they started spiking up again. And a lot of it's due to distracted driving. And it's pretty incredible. During our trip down here, it was amazing how many stranded motorists we've seen on the side of the road. I lost count at 75. That's on both sides of the freeway. There was a lot. But even most importantly, I've told my wife that my windshield is kind of like my theater. It's kind of like a theater. I wish I could have a bag of popcorn and just drive down the road and watch, because it's amazing what we see. And talking about distracted driving, some things you can rate it, like rated G, rated PG, PG-13, R, and then God knows what else. But to go over some of those things, like for example, rated G could be singing. You know, I see people bouncing all over the place, singing, hands out the door, this or that. Rated PG is kids in the car. Parents turning around, you know, kids hollering, this and that, passing this, food, drinks, this and that. When like a PG-13 could be like an action-packed, eating or shaving or makeup or something like that. And then, you know, you get into like the rated R stuff, you know, you never know. There's, yeah, a lot of activities that's rated R out there that we see. So that's all included in distracted driving. So with all these deaths that occur out on the roadway, still the lack of seat belts, and I want to incorporate this too. Remember, in most states, it's against the law not to wear a seatbelt in the back seat. And that's where most of these seatbelt accidents happen, are passengers in the back seat. So you're not always safe back there. You know, this goes out to a lot of you teenagers too, okay? Have to wear your seatbelt. It will save your life, and it's the law. Another one is speeding. Speeding is still a big contributor in the fatalities out on the roadways. And then once again, the distracted driving, which I have a feeling law enforcement is going to start cracking down on it more and more, just like they did back in the day when seatbelt laws first came into existence. Now, also, I think when you're driving out on the road, I know it's very hard not to just solely be focused on driving. But that is our responsibility together, is to be focused primarily on driving. And I'm going to help here. I hope this is going to be a helpful tip of the day. Us truck drivers, we're trained with something called an eye lead time. In one of my previous videos, I had mentioned the following distance, the vehicle in front of us. But I want to kind of share with you what we do as well through a trucker's eye, is that we try to look out about 15 seconds. Now, if you're traveling down the road at 60, 62 miles an hour, 15 seconds is a quarter mile. My last week's episode, remember I had mentioned I seen a motorist stranded on the side of the road about a quarter mile up, and it helped me get over, and I think helped kind of constitute what happened in that situation, like on the roadway. But for you and I, to look up 15 seconds, and if you don't know what that is, just pick a bridge or a sign or a billboard and count how many seconds it takes for that object to approach you. That's your 15 seconds. Now, once you've established that, scan the roadways, shoulder to shoulder, back and forth, coming back to you. Now, not only scanning the roadways, because you remember, try to give them a lane, slow down safely if there's a situation that's on the shoulder, but also, too, scan the traffic flow, brake lights, any cars skidding, making aggressive moves, and also, more importantly, any kind of debris that's in the roadway. Pallets, ladders, I don't know how many ladders I come across. Tires, this will give you enough time to make an adjustment during your travels down the roadways to make a good maneuver safely. So once you're scanning back and forth, back to your following distance, the car in front of you, just take a look into your mirrors. Now that takes about 8 seconds. That's what we pretty much train ourselves to look, scan, come back, and then to our mirrors. So I hope that helps, and I hope you try this out on the roadways and really see what a difference that'll make for your driving and your safety on the roadways, to see what's actually ahead of you. So I want to say thank you very much, and once again, I love y'all. I appreciate everything, watching the video, sharing the videos, and I couldn't do this without you. But together, let's try to keep from one of those crosses being built on the side of the roadway and slowly see those numbers come down. Thank you. Bye-bye.